Hello, my fellow Americans and international friends, and welcome back into another edition of the Cal Report. Today is April 28th, 2022. We are coming to you today from Lake Perris, California, aka the end of the line for the State Water Project. The main source of water for Lake Perris comes from the east branch of the California Aqueduct. It is the southernmost state water project reservoir and provides water supply and recreation. We got plenty of it out here. It's one of the most popular recreational lakes in the state water project system. And as of yesterday, the lake level is currently about full, as it's sitting at 1,577 feet. Remember that without a reliable source of water, advanced civilizations are not possible. So before I go any further, I have to give credit where it's due and thank Joseph Esparza for the next few moments on this episode. Esparza is the park interpretive specialist here at Lake Perris. So at the dam, as you can see right behind me right there, it's pretty long. I'll get to that in just a moment of how long it actually is. But this one is actually really unique in that it's not one of your typical curved dams that you would imagine on a reservoir, but it's actually an earth-filled long dam made out of materials from the hillside right over there. And this dam is about 130 feet high and it's over 2 miles long, and it is also leakier than most dams. No worries though, because the land that this lake was built on was on alluvial soil or eroding sand and sediment, not bedrock. So this contributes to massive amounts of groundwater that seeps into the soil and on the other side of the dam as well. But then that is collected by water utility agencies and given to our local communities. It's a gorgeous dam, as you can see. Well, maybe not because it's so far away, but you get the picture. So how does water get here exactly? Well, there's this thing called the Santa Ana pipeline. What it does is it passes underground all the way from around Silverwood Lake area near San Bernardino all the way to here. And it empties right over there into a cove, and it's underwater so it cannot be seen, but that's exactly how Lake Perris gets filled. So right now I'm standing on the dam, but I'm going to turn the camera over in a second and show you guys the siphon of the lake. Check this out. So there's that hill right there that we're talking about. That's the siphon. It's basically a little hump, as you can see. It's essentially a large check on the lake in case the Santa Ana pipe ever broke. They built it for giant earthquakes and things like that. So the pipe goes up and then down on the other side to keep the water in Lake Perris. And on the far southern end of Lake Perris, that's where you'll find the outlet for the lake. This is basically where the water goes out of the lake and it can be transferred into a treatment center, and from there it goes into our homes, our businesses, our yards, parks, or it goes into another pipeline of need, perhaps another reservoir or another different treatment plant. That's the all-important outlet area. Special thanks once again to Joseph Esparza, the park interpretive specialist here at Lake Perris, for such great info. So as you guys know, I'm running for the California State Assembly in District 68. And one of my main concerns is the water situation in our great state. It is my belief that the water is mismanaged big time by corrupt politicians like you-know-who. I have a number of simple questions for our state government when it comes to the water. What happened to the money from the $7.5 billion water bond that was passed back in 2014? Where's the accountability? Why don't we repair and upgrade our water infrastructure? As you know, the California Aqueduct is over 444 miles long, and along its journey, it supplies much needed water to our farmers in the Central Valley. We have to remember that after Newsom took office, agriculture was a $54 billion economy in California, the biggest in the nation. But thanks to Newsom and other corrupt politicians, that's no longer the case. And as we move forward, Sacramento is showing no signs of slowing down when it comes to the fear-mongering and exacerbating the rhetoric of droughts and water shortages. Do not be fooled by Sacramento. We have the infrastructure, folks. We have the God-given land to supply our nation and the world. It just needs to be maintained properly. Over 1/3 of the country's vegetables and 2/3 of the country's fruits and nuts are grown right here in California. In fact, when you add up the top valued commodities, they are dairy products such as milk, and then you got things like almonds, grapes, pistachios, strawberries, tomatoes, and just so much more. None of this is possible without an abundant, clean water supply. And also, when you look at the biggest keys to the overall economy, if it wasn't for the Edmonston pumping plant, this water right here behind me, along with a lot of the other reservoirs in California, would not have water. That pumping plant at the Grapevine uses 14 80,000 horsepower pumps to lift water 1,926 feet over the Tehachapi Mountains. It's obviously world-class engineering that makes all of this possible here in California. But anyway, that plant is the single highest pumping plant in the world. And then, of course, from there, that's when the water goes into the Tehachapi Afterbay after a series of tunnels, and then it goes into the east branch of the California Aqueduct for Lake Perris and quite a few others. The point is, do not let fear tactics by the media and corrupt politicians convince you that we don't have enough water or infrastructure to support. If a shortage happens, that means it was probably done on purpose, most likely. My message is simple when you see that happen: vote them out. That's it for today. Really appreciate you guys watching my video. As always, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, or please subscribe to the channel. Always appreciate it, guys. This podcast is done in association with Conservative Patriots of Orange County. That's what's going on in California. God bless, take care, and I'll see you all next time.